This is Stan Twitter Jeopardy Sports Edition. Let's meet today's contestants. A food scientist from New York City, KP Watershed. A delivery driver from Arizona, Benny Kane. And a sales associate from Florida, Kyler. And now, here is our host, Matthew Box.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stan Twitter Jeopardy Sports Edition. This is going to be the first of our 3 special games concluding Season 1, the others being Music Jeopardy and Video Games Jeopardy, and we do have 2 guest hosts for those, so that's something to look forward to. Without further ado, I welcome KP and Benny back to the show, and also Kyler, welcome back. Let's get into today's categories. All right, here are today's categories. With one daily double, of course. Sports vocabulary. College game day. Stadiums and arenas. Athlete nicknames. Events. And sport movies. Kyler, you had made an appearance earlier in our season, so I only thought it was fair that you get to choose first out of these categories. What would you like to go with first?
Let's go with sports vocabulary for 400.
In golf, it is anything on a golf course that makes it difficult to play on, such as creeks, lakes, etc. Benny.
What is a hazard?
That's correct. A hazard would be correct.
Let's do vocabulary for 200.
In hockey, it is a shot from behind the center of ice that passes the opposing team's goal line without being touched. Kyler.
What is icing?
That's correct. Icing.
Sports vocabulary 600.
Answer. It is the daily double. Early daily double there for you, Kyler. You are at 200, so you can wager up to 1,000 if you so choose. What would you like to?
Let's go to 1,000.
1,000 with this clue. In a track race, the final lap is called this lap, as indicated by the sound made at the beginning of it.
What is an anchor?
No, I'm sorry. That is the person that's on the track. It's the bell lap. The bell lap. When they ring the bell.
Makes sense.
It's all right. It's an early loss, but it's all right.
Vocab 800.
Also, the name of a certain position player in baseball would do is the name of a soccer field. KP.
What is a pitch?
Yes, a pitch. That's correct.
Let's finish off the category.
In tennis, it is a winning serve which the receiver fails to touch with his or her racket. KP.
What is an ace?
That's correct. An ace would be it.
Let's go nicknames for 600.
Big Poppy. KP.
Who is David Ortiz?
Are you a fan of David Ortiz, KP?
I am not. Fun player to root against, though.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, for sure. All right, KP, your turn.
Let's go nicknames 8.
Johnny Football. Kyler.
Who is Johnny Unitas?
No. Benny.
Who is Johnny Manziel?
That's correct. Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M quarterback.
Nicknames for 1,000.
The Bambino. Benny.
Who is Babe Ruth?
Yes, Babe Ruth.
Sports movies for 1,000.
According to the movie Dodgeball, these are the 5 rules of dodgeball. Benny, you want to take a crack at it?
Dip, dodge, dive, duck, and dodge. That might not be the right order, though. What?
Not the right order, but we'll give you credit there. That's correct. Way to go. That's impressive.
Nicknames for 4.
Beast Mode. Benny.
Who is Marshawn Lynch?
That's correct. All right.
And we'll finish the category.
Finish the category with this clue. Big Mamba. Benny.
Isn't it Black Mamba? Kobe Bryant. Who is Kobe Bryant?
Oh, did I get that wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very disrespectful on my part, but yes, Kobe Bryant.
Let's do arenas for 1,000.
Home ground for the English national football soccer club. KP.
Is it Wembley?
That's correct. Wembley's it.
Let's go events for 6.
This racing event is held every year on Memorial Day. Kyler.
What is the Indy 500?
That's correct. Indy 500.
Events for 400.
This event draws about 15 million spectators, making it the sporting event with the most spectators. It's no surprise since it lasts 23 days and 21 stages. Benny.
What is the Tour de France?
That's right.
Events for 2?
Don't expect the 2 Super Bowl teams to send players to this game before the Super Bowl, where all the All-Stars play. Benny.
What is the Pro Bowl?
Yes, and that's correct. And that will be our clue before commercial break. Benny's in the lead with 4,400, and we'll get to know our contestants after this. Fade out. Welcome back, Sports Jeopardy. Benny's in the lead, but again, it's regular Jeopardy, and we heard they get to know our contestants. KP Watershed, a food scientist from New York, and I've heard that you were kicked out of Yankee Stadium or you're banned for life. How did that happen?
Yeah, both of those things are true. I went to a lot of games a few years ago, and I was sneaking down into better seats than my actual tickets were for. And the seats that I was sitting in were like in the TV picture. And yeah, it kind of went to my head. I started wearing like bright colored neon shirts and getting recognized. And eventually the Yankees were like, who is this guy? He must be like a season ticket holder, like spending thousands of dollars on the best seats in the house, which I was not. And once they realized that I was not, they swiftly, well, they gave me a warning first. They were like, stop sneaking down. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll stop. And I didn't stop. I kept doing it. And the next time they caught me, they had me arrested and I was booked. I spent the night in Bronx Central booking. And while I was locked up, they hand delivered a notarized lifetime ban from Yankee Stadium. But as you can see, I'm still a Yankees fan and I hope to someday be unbanned. We'll see.
Maybe if you win Sports Jeopardy, you can show them that, and maybe they'll, maybe.
Couldn't hurt.
Good luck, KP. And then we have Benny Kane, delivery driver from Arizona. And you told me that you were in a New Balance basketball commercial in high school. How did that happen? And do you have access to said commercial?
It is lost to the sands of time. There is a screenshot of, I'm at the very last frame of the commercial. I do have that like on my Facebook somewhere. So there's documentation, but our basketball team in Phoenix, we were sponsored by New Balance. Those shoes were terrible. It's like wearing cement blocks on your feet. But they came and they asked all the players who they knew weren't going to play in college, who weren't going to go D1. And unfortunately, I was one of that because it would have been a conflict of interest or whatever. It would have been against the rules. And they took us to a gym for like 4 hours. And it was actually a hard practice. The director didn't know that we're still humans. We're not just, horses running up down the court trying to get the right shot. But yeah, we did that. And it was in a New Balance commercial. It aired during the Final Four. It was a lot of fun. It was a nice little anecdote that I had forgotten, was reminded when you asked a fun sports fact about Benny. So,
well, good luck. And then that brings us to our returning player, Kyler. And you told me that you played football, flag football, for 4 years. Were you any good, or did you enjoy it?
I was actually pretty good. Not to toot my own horn. I played it for a little bit. I lost interest, but I was pretty good. And I was on the Philadelphia Eagles, so I'm sure you should respect that.
I like the Eagles because I'm from Philly, but flag football is a big deal here on my college campus. So, but that's not for me. Benny, you were the last to answer, so let me just switch over here.
Let's go events for 800.
This event has grown from a small group of British World War II veterans in 1948 to thousands today. Let me reset. Okay. That would be the Paralympics. Those veterans were disabled and they started that.
Good question. 1,000 events, excuse me.
It's the golf tournament that Tiger Woods won, cementing his first ever major championship win. KP.
What is the US Open?
No, I'm sorry. Benny.
What is the Masters?
The Masters is right. Yes.
Arenas for 800.
This university football stadium is appropriately nicknamed the Big House, as it is the largest stadium in both the U.S. and the Western Hemisphere. Benny.
What is University of Michigan Wolverines?
Yes, that's correct.
Stadiums for 200.
Nicknamed the most famous arena in the world, This Metropolitan Arena is also the oldest in the NBA and also hosts hockey and many concerts. Benny.
What is Madison Square Garden?
KP, what happened there?
I can't get this buzzer fast enough.
Let's do stadiums and arenas for 600.
Seat seen here is among the sea of green seats at this Northeastern MLB park to honor Ted Williams' 502 feet home run, the longest in MLB history. Benny.
What is Fenway Park?
Yes, Fenway Park. Really cool. I would love to sit in that seat, wouldn't you?
Wow, that would be amazing. We'll finish the category, please.
Everything is bigger in Texas, as this stadium has the largest HD TV in any stadium. Benny.
What is Cowboy Stadium?
Yes, you're right.
Let's do movies for 8.
This movie tells the story of Herb Brooks, a player turned coach, turning 20 undisciplined hockey players to achieve the unachievable. Kyler.
What is the Mighty Ducks?
No, I'm sorry. Benny.
What is Slapshot?
No, I'm sorry. KP.
No, thank you. Those are my 2 guesses.
What is Miracle?
Sports movies for 600.
Movie about a Philadelphia boxer who is played by Sylvester Stallone. Kyler.
Who is Rocky?
Yes, Rocky's correct.
Sports movies 400.
This 1989 movie inspired the 2021 Yankees and White Sox game in Iowa. Kyler.
What is the Field of Dreams?
That's correct.
Sports movies 200.
Forget LeBron. Alongside Bugs Bunny, he was the main star of the 1996 movie Space Jam. Kyler.
Who is Michael Jordan?
Nice. Way to go, Kyler.
College 400.
When the Big West Conference was formed, all teams had something in common. They were all from this state. Benny.
What is California?
That's correct. California.
We'll go Game Day for 200.
All right. It's the annual award for the most outstanding college football player each year. Benny.
What is the Heisman?
Yes. All right. Back to you.
We'll go Game Day for 6.
The 1960 Orange Bowl saw the appearance of this aerial sporting giant. Benny.
What is the Goodyear Blimp?
Yes.
800.
These 2 New Jersey college teams were the first to play a football game in the U.S. Benny.
What is Princeton and Rutgers?
Screw Rutgers, but yes, you're right. And the final clue with this clue. John Wooden was nicknamed Wizard of Westwood. He won 10 NCAA national basketball championships, 12 years with this California university. Benny, again.
What is the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA?
That's correct. There are 2 wins because of him. Phenomenal round for Benny there. Kyler picks first in the double Jeopardy round when we come back after this.
That buzzer's killing you, Keith, huh?
Yeah, you're definitely penalized.
And we are back with a great game here. Kyler, you do have some catching up to do, but you do pick first with these categories and 2 daily doubles. First, followed by odd sports, sports controversy, plenty of those, records, the Olympics, and put me in coach. Kyler, 2 daily doubles. What we like?
Let's go with the records 400.
This NBA team holds the record for the most consecutive NBA titles with 8 consecutive NBA championships. Benny?
Who are the Boston Celtics?
Yes.
Records for 2000.
This golfer is best remembered for winning 11 consecutive PGA tournaments, the record for the most consecutive PGA Tour wins. That's why it's 2000.
I had a guess, but
What was your guess?
Sam Snead.
No. Who is Brian Nelson? Nelson.
Oh, wow. 1600 for records, please.
The record for the best batting average at .366 goes to the player seen here, who is nicknamed the Georgia Peach. Benny.
Who is Ty Cobb?
That's correct.
Records for 1200.
The Great One, aka this hockey player, holds the record for the most goals in a single season at 894. Kyler.
Who is Wayne Gretzky?
Yes.
Records 800.
In 2011, referee Damien Rubio, I said that wrong, set a world record by giving out 36 of these in a single match, sending off to 22 players and more after a brawl erupted. Kyler.
What is a yellow card?
No, not quite. Benny.
What is a red card?
Yes, red cards are ejections.
As someone who had to say it a lot, put me in coach for 400.
He was the winning coach of Super Bowl I. Benny.
Who is Vince Lombardi?
Yes.
Put me in coach 800.
NFL coach, commentator, and some video games named after him. Benny.
Who is John Madden?
Yes.
1200.
NBA coach seen here had a winning record every year as the head coach and had the highest winning percentage of any Hall of Fame coach. And that'd be Benny again.
Who is Philip Jackson?
That's correct.
1600.
Now, this guy loves football, coaches the Bucks to a Super Bowl win, hits the end of Monday Night Football booth, then returns to coach the Raiders. Oh, wait, hold up. Try that again. KP?
Finally, who is John Gruden?
Yeah.
Let's go odd sports for 400.
This fictional sport played in the Harry Potter series is now starting to become popular at college campuses. Kyler.
What is Quidditch?
Yes, you're out of the hole again.
Odd sports 800.
Check out this sport, with many described as dodgeball on the ground, as players hit the ball in order to hit the other shin/ankle area. Kyler?
What is handball?
No, I'm sorry.
That's what we called it on the cruise.
What's Gaga ball? Gaga
Ooh.
ball?
Never
Nope.
heard of it.
Let's dance.
Let's go first for 400.
The first of this tennis tournament was held on July 19th, 1877, making it the oldest tennis tournament and the most prestigious in the world. Benny had that one.
What is Wimbledon?
Yes, that's correct.
Let's go odd sports for 2000.
2000. Answer there is the daily.
Oh,
Double.
man.
Benny, you can make some serious damage here if you so choose to. You have 15,000 and second place KP at 4,000. What do you want to do here?
Let's go smooth. Let's keep true to the board and just make it 2000.
2,000 with this clue. The first of this sport took place in 2003, where two athletes box and participate in this mind-intensive two-player game in 11 rounds.
What is chess?
That's correct. Odd sport that is, boxing and playing chess. Imagine that.
Let's stick with odd sports 1200, please.
All right. Game of Thrones enthusiasts are certain to enjoy this medieval sport as armored players attempt to knock each other off the horse. Benny.
What is jousting?
Yes, that's correct.
Odd sports for 1600.
Certainly English strangest sport as participants chase after a wheel of this down Cooper's Hill annually. Kyler.
What is cheese?
Yes, cheese is correct.
Let's go with sports controversy 400.
There was a heated debate when taxpayers paid for Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which replaced this dome. Benny.
What is the Georgia Dome?
Yes, the Georgia Dome.
Let's go controversies for 800.
The Cincinnati Reds player, manager, and player was banned for life when he was gambling on games during his active roles for the team. Benny again.
Who is Pete Rose?
That's correct, Pete Rose.
Sports controversies for 1200.
In 1977, this boxer deliberately chewed off a part of Evander Holyfield's ear in their Los Angeles Vegas bout. KP?
Who is Mike Tyson?
Yes.
It's worth watching.
Okay. Maybe.
Watched it live. Yeah, I can picture it vividly like it was yesterday. Maybe don't watch it.
You're making yourself sound old, KP. Go ahead.
Let's go controversy for 16.
In 2013, this biker was stripped of his 7 Tour de France titles after he confessed to using drugs to win those titles. Benny?
Who is Lance Armstrong?
Yes, that's correct.
Let's go sports controversies for 2000.
This figure skater was remembered for the wrong reasons, as she allegedly hired an individual to break Nancy Kerrigan's leg. Probably said that wrong. So she would have no competition. Benny again.
Who is Tanya Harding?
Yes.
Put me in, coach, for 2.
He currently managed the Manchester City club in the Premier League, and he was also a key player for the Barcelona and Spanish national team in the 1990s. No soccer people here.
I know his first name. Does that count?
No,
In soccer, it might.
we do need the full name. Pep Guiliana.
Mm.
Yes.
First for 800.
After winning 11 NBA championships with the Celtics as a player, he became the first black head coach in North American professional sports. Benny.
Who is Bill Russell?
That's correct. Bill Russell would be correct.
First for 1200, please.
In 1971, this boxer gave Muhammad Ali his first ever loss in the realm of professional boxing. Benny again.
Who is Joe Louis?
That's correct.
First for 1600.
Oh, here we go. Another one. Seen here under trainer H. Guy Bodwell, Sir Barton became the first of 11 horses to win this prestigious award. Benny.
What is the Triple Crown?
That's correct. The Triple Crown would be correct.
First for 2000.
This was the first African country to ever qualify for a World Cup. Oh, Benny.
What is the Ivory Coast?
No.
Oh, I should know
KP?
something.
I gotta take a shot. Let's go. What is Egypt?
That's correct. Egypt's right.
Yes. Hell yeah. All right, let's go. Speaking of Tanya Harding, let's rob Tanya Harding. Let's go Olympics for 400.
If this U.S. swimmer was his own country, he would rank number 35 on the all-time Olympic gold medalist, ahead of 97 nations. Benny.
Who is Michael Phelps?
Yes. Benny, your go.
Olympics for 2000, please.
Women were allowed to compete in the Olympics for the first time in this sport. Kyler?
What is basketball?
No, I'm sorry. KP?
What is track and field?
No, I'm sorry. Benny, do you want a shot?
I think I know this. What is tennis?
Yes, that's correct.
Ah.
Back to you, Benny.
1600.
That's the daily double. Benny, you
Let's-
can beat
Let's do 1000, please.
just 1,000. Okay.
Yeah.
This clue: 3 of the 5 new Olympic sports in 2021.
Oh, it's just me. Skateboarding. Yeah. Break dancing. Did they do that this one? And underwater basket weaving.
Skateboarding was right. The other 2 were not. We were looking for any combination of surfing, skateboarding, baseball, and or softball, karate, and sport climbing. That only brings you down to a 26,000.
800, please.
If it was this country that originated the Olympics, and because of that, they led the Parade of Nations. Sorry, Benny.
What is Greece?
That is correct. Last clue.
Let me have this one so I can go positive.
The Olympics were canceled 4 times. The 1940 and 1944 Olympics were canceled because of this world event. KP.
What is
Hey.
World War II? Sorry.
Oh,
Man, not even for the cause. Wow.
I was gonna give it to you, Kyler.
Tyler,
Thank you.
you know what the sound of that means. Unfortunately, Kyler, as you may know, if you're on the red, you cannot compete. Kyler, it was great having you back for Sports Jeopardy, which leaves KP and Benny to deal
Should have
with.
casted me for video games.
Oh man, which we're gonna have KP and Benny. It was a runaway, but who knows? Let's see what happens here.
Bet it all, Benny.
Category team names. All right, let's see what they think with after this. In the first of our special games here at the end of season 1 of Stan Twitter Jeopardy, Benny certainly has laid the level of what all of our players should do with an impressive performance. But we still have Final Jeopardy to deal with this clue. 2 of the 4 team names that the NHL shares with the MLB, NFL, or NBA. You have 30 seconds, players. Good luck. Okay, we come to second place. Very interesting clue. I liked it. So KP, you're in second place with 6,400. You wrote down what is the Jets and Rangers. That would be correct. New York Jets football, Winnipeg Jets hockey, Rangers baseball, Texas, and New York Rangers hockey. So how much did you wager? 6,400. That brings you up to 12,800. So impressive. I wonder why you chose those team names. And then our champion, not our champion, the person who's in first place, Benny, he wrote down, he only got in one response, unfortunately. What is the Rangers? You were on the right track. Good job, Kyler. And what is the Rangers?
Oh, Panthers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Any four answers would be the Kings,
Oh, Kings.
the
Oh, wow.
Rangers, Panthers, and Jets.
Jets.
And how much you're going to lose there? You only lose 1 point. Congratulations, Benny. You are the champion of Sports Jeopardy with 25,601. And yeah, Kyler, would you like
You
to
got me
be
$2
back
extra,
on
but yeah.
camera? Would you like to be back on camera here?
Do I have to?
Yes.
He's covered in orange chicken.
And,
Yeah, I'm about to eat.
and tune in next time for Video Games and Music Jeopardy, hosted by Josiane and Brandon. And we will see you next episode. And we will talk